Hi there, I'm back, Diva, and welcome again to my channel, Divashiro Concept. So, for today's video, it would be quite different from the previous video that I made. This time, I will be giving you my insights of the different browsers, famous browsers that are being used by the users. Um, Well, we'll be focusing on the performance and the usage of the resources with these different browsers. I'm pretty sure you are thinking right now what would be my topic for this afternoon, but you have an idea already because I made mention of the browser. So, this video will just somehow help you make a good choice which among the famous browsers is suited for your type of workloads that you would be doing over a particular browser. Alright? So, here it is. Because there are plenty of browsers available for you to use, so I'm pretty sure you have a hard time thinking which among them are you going to use. So as you can see right now, there are 5 logos of the different browsers that I'm about to compare in terms of their performance and usage of your computer resources. By the way, computer resources that I'm referring to, it's the usage of your central processing unit and the memory of your computer, as well as the usage of the graphics or the video card and the power usage. So those are the resources that we would like to find out that which among them, the 5 browsers that I'm going to compare has more of a disadvantage. Alright? So I hope that after watching this video, I may able to contribute and help you out to make and think or choose a good browser for you. Alright? So, but before we proceed, please help me out, everyone. Like this video and share it with your friends, and of course don't forget to subscribe so that you may able to see more of my upcoming videos. Alright, so please help me out, like this video, share it to your friends so that we may have more viewers and there will be more people who will be able to learn of this good information that I'm about to share it with you. Okay, so let's see. So the browsers that I'm going to compare today are the following. We have Google Chrome, we have Microsoft Edge, we have Brave, Opera, and we have Mozilla Firefox. So there will be 5 browsers. Again, the focus here is for you to know the performances of each of these browser with regards to using your computer resources. And somehow, you may have an answer of your question of which among these 5 browsers is best for you to use so that it would be of help for you and you can work smoothly over all of the tasks you would be doing over your browser. Alright, so let me show it to you first, each of this browser. So first is the very commonly loved by everyone, which is the Google Chrome. Second to this is, of course, we have the Microsoft Edge. Then we have another one, Brave browser. Then we have Opera browser. And the last but not the least, we have the Mozilla Firefox browser. Okay, so how are we going to find out in terms of their performance and their usage towards the computer resources? Okay, so I will be running over the five browser a certain video online, and from here we're going to be able to see the actual stats with regards to their usage of the computer resources. All right, so I prepared already here this video link. So let's copy this and then let's try to put it in all the five browsers. I will just going to set the mute on each of this video because the audio will overlap. Okay, so it's not really good to hear anymore if all of those audio would be turned on and I have my background music. So let's start here. I will place it, or you can have right click and then paste and go. So all we have to make sure is that the video will be up and running. Okay, so let's wait for it to load. So I think I have already set it into mute, but it's already running. And let's do this with the rest of the browsers here. So enter. Okay, let it load. And again, I already set it to mute. Okay, there it go. We're just going to check if the video is starting to play. Alright, so let's skip this one. Okay, here it is, it's loading. There you go, so it's now up and running. So does with this. And let's go to the Opera. Let's paste this one and let it run. So again, I am running the same link, a YouTube video link, over the five browsers. Okay, there, it's running. Then let's go to the fourth one, which is the Microsoft Edge. Okay, let's load the video and let it run as well. Alright. Let's see. Oops. So there's this ad here that just have to close this. Okay. So let's just wait that after this, there it goes. It would proceed to the video that I'm expecting to see here. Let's see. Oh, let's skip this. Alright, there you go. You see here the same video and it's running already. And let's go to the last browser here, which is the Google Chrome. Alright, so just wait for a sec. Let's let it load and let it run. And there's this ad here. Well, if you would notice, while it is still loading, each of the browser here had their own customization settings, default setup. So, well, you can customize that one, no, according to your user preference. Let's skip this, and there it goes. It's all the same video that I let it run over the five browsers. So let's just going to check if it's running. There, it's running. Here, it's still running. Here, it's still running. And lastly, it is running. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. For you to see with regards to in terms of the performance and the usage of the computer resources here with this 5 browsers, we're going to open the task manager. Okay, task manager. So you can invoke the task manager by hitting on your keyboard Control Shift Escape. There you go. So I'm now opening the task manager. Okay, so there it is. So I want everyone to focus, so let me, oops, where did it go? Let's maximize this. There you go. So let's see, there it is. Oops. Oops. Sorry. So here we have the first one here is the Brave browser, and we have here Mozilla Firefox, we have the Google Chrome, and then we have the Microsoft Edge, and then we have the Opera Internet browser. Okay, well, there are other applications that I'm running, but let's focus on the 5 browsers. Okay, so let's start with the Brave browser. So, well, there you see, but let's check it first if the video is still running. Yes, and let's go back to the task manager. So for this is the first column here is the CPU, the central processing unit. So you have there, it's using up around 1.7 to 2% of the CPU, and the memory is a bit quite high because it's using up around 700 plus megabytes. So it's using up that kind of space in your computer memory. Although the power usage is very low at this point, having that video running, and the GPU so far is not that much of a usage yet. So that's for the Brave browser. Now let's go to the Mozilla Firefox. So for the Mozilla Firefox, for the CPU usage, for the central processing usage, so it's running over from like 8, or a while ago it's there. You see, and it's going up to 7 something, 7.0%. Then with the memory, it consume also quite a big space, which is around 600 megabytes, second to the Brave. In terms of the GPU, not that much yet, and the power usage so far it's very low. Let's go to the Google Chrome. The Google Chrome here is using up the CPU, or the central processing, with or the processor, around less than 1 percent, and it would spike up to probably, let's wait for a while, but let's try to check if the video is still running. There you go, that's the Google Chrome, and you have the, okay, so all of them are still running. Oops, there. So let's go back to the Chrome. So now it hit the mark of 2.8% of the CPU, and for the memory usage is using up around 400 80 something going to 500 MB, and power usage is very low. GPU is still 0%. Let's go to the Microsoft Edge. So for the Microsoft Edge is here. Let's wait for a while. There you go. Let's try to open it, and let's go back now to, so let's see. So it hit the mark of 5.6% a while ago, and so that's with the memory usage is somewhere around like over 500 MB, and GPU 0%, but yeah, and the power usage is still low. That's for the Microsoft Edge. Now we go to the fifth one, which is the Opera internet browser. So we have here, let's see that one. So the video is still running, and let's go to the task manager here. So it hit a while ago around there. It's 4.2%, and then quite high in using the memory usage. A while ago it hit around 600 plus MB for the memory usage. And GPU so far is 0%, and power usage is low. Okay, so if we're going to compare it, not much of a concern with the central processing unit here, but take note everyone, if your processor is not that powerful, no, and you're doing a lot of things over your browser, that might be something to look into and monitor, because it would use a lot of processor or processing power for you to execute all of the things you work on your browsers. And another thing, good for me, because I have a bigger memory capacity. But for those users who have only sufficient enough memory, and that is also something that you have to look into. Okay, but so far with the Five browser, the what caught my attention here is the Brave browser, because it's very consistent with the 700 plus megabytes of using up the memory, which is being followed by the Firefox, and the rest are having 500, 400, and so there you go, still 500. Okay, and it hit already 6 something percent of the CPU, but the GPU is not that much concerned as of the meantime. But what if you are doing like a video conferencing? The video conferencing is that's live and online, so you would be running that one on the browser particularly. So it would really expect that it would be demanding so much of your processor's power, and it would use up a lot of your memory space. Okay, and somehow it would also use up more power here, and that is for the graphics. It would register a bit of a spike on the usage already in terms of the percentage. Now what we're going to do is we will add another, there you go, the GPU is okay, you see there it's 4.2. The Firefox is quite high a while ago, it's 4.2. Okay, and 6. All right, okay, so now let's load another video here to add more activity on our browser. So let's load this one here. Let's add another tab, space that one, and let it load. So that's here. So let's add another tab, paste it, and go. In a while we will check that one if the second video is already running. Let's have to place the link first over each of the browser here and let it run. Okay, so add another tab here. Okay, and let's go to the last browser here, and let's paste that second video link that so let's go back to the Firefox, the Mozilla Firefox. So it's there you go. So it's smooth. So you see also the speed of each of the browser in terms of loading up a video. So far the Opera was able to load it a bit faster. Let's see with the Edge. Okay, it's loading, but there's still an ad there. And with the Google Chrome, alright, so for the Mozilla Firefox is starting to load already, but there's this ad, but we can skip this one. There you go. So here it is for the Brave. There it goes. So it's running now. And for this is the Microsoft Edge. It's still running an ad. For this, the Google Chrome. So at the same time here, you see the difference also of how fast each of the browser is going to load up a certain video or a video link, or access and loading up and running the video link. Let's skip the ad and let's go back first. This skip the ad. Okay, there you go. So okay, so all of them are running that second video the video link that I place over each of the browser. Now we go back to our task manager and let's see what's happening now. Okay, so here there is more activity going on with the graphics card. This is here the GPU. So because there are already 2 videos running over each browser, so there you go. So then the power usage is changing from very low. A while ago they're very consistent with the very low, but this time it's from low then going to moderate power usage already. And so that's with the GPU here. There are some certain bit of a spike using the graphics. Alright, but still let's look into the memory. Alright, although we noticed that the Brave is not that using much of the memory, but look at here, it is the Firefox still consistent with the 600 above MB of using up the memory. So that's with the Google Chrome. And let's go to, and same with the Microsoft Edge and for the Opera as well. Okay, so look at now the activity going on with the GPU. So we have here for the Opera is still 0. That's amazing for the GPU. So let's see, it's still running. Yeah, it's running. Let's click the other one. It's running also. So let's go back. Let's check the videos here if all of them are running. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it's running. Well, let's try to observe it a bit. So this is the Opera internet browser. There you go. It's now trying to have a bit of an activity or spike there on the usage of the GPU. A while ago it hit around more than 1.2 percentage. Now for the Microsoft Edge, so far it's 0, but a while ago there's just a bit of a spike already. And then with the Google Chrome, also same thing. Okay, but what is the concern here is the memory usage. So far, now the Brave browser is increasing in terms of using the memory since there are two video running over the browsers already. All right. So now another thing, this would be the last part, is if ever you are engaging into a lot of websites that you open up over a browsers, and you feel something that it's slowing up uh, your performance of your computer and there, so that's something that you have to check the task manager, so for you to know which among the tasks that you have to really end. Now look at here, if we're going to, because if you're going to click the detail of each browser here, each of the browsers has their own default services running over by the time you launch a browser. Even if you have not loaded anything or any websites or video yet, but there are some utility services that are running over, and that is basically because the operating system is doing its job. Okay, so if ever there are so many websites or applications that you run over into a particular browser, and it is starting to eat up more of the spaces on your memory, and it demands so much already, or the CPU is working double time already on its power, then that is something that you have to look into and to monitor, and you have to take action again since you are the user. If you don't want that you would be suffering with all of this stuff there going on, and you just don't bother doing anything. All right, so let's check for the Brave browser. This is what you would see. So this, you don't have any idea at all what are those things here. They're, all of them are running, and you would know that one because there are some activity going on the CPU and on the memory, right? But you don't have any idea what are these. Even the two videos, it's not being identified. That's for the Brave browser. Now we go to the Mozilla Firefox. Same thing. You don't have any idea, but look at how many. So here for the Brave, there are 10 applications that are running. Here for the Firefox, there are 14. And we know already what are those two videos that we allowed it to run over the browser. But look at here, because there are some services that needs to be enabled by the time you launch a browser. So depending also on the operating system responses. Okay, and Google Chrome. Say Google Chrome has 10 applications here that includes its services, but still you don't have any idea of which are the two videos that is running over. Let's go first to the Opera. Opera has the most of the apps monitored here, which is 15, and still we don't know what are those. But look, this is something that the Microsoft is as an advantage over the four browsers. Why? Because what I like about the Edge when I also discover this is this one. It is identified. So I will get to know what are the services that are running over when I use the Microsoft Edge here. And these are the two see, these are the two videos that I tried to run. Look at here. All right, so I will be able to know and I can monitor it more with regards to the two videos that I have been running over the Microsoft Edge. So it's easier for me to really trace over specifically over the two, and the rest are part of those processing services of the Microsoft Edge. Alright? Okay. So there you have everyone. So I hope this really give you more insights so that you have an idea of which browser is the best browser for you to use if you are doing a lot of tasks on the browser. Okay, so everyone, before I end this video, please don't forget to subscribe this channel, Divashiro Concept, and like the video if you think this would be of help to you. And of course, please share it to your friends so that we can reach out more of viewers and we may able to also share good information for them. So, Divashiro please subscribe my channel and hit the notification bell for you to be notified of more of my upcoming videos. So until then, thank you for watching.